Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Commandment of Patience, aka Ryan Trunky, back again with a new video. So today I'll be doing the Abandoned Sun Part 18, a redo. So yeah, let's get started.
I honestly don't think you can become a hero.
So before I start this video, I'm gonna say something real quick. So I'm sorry that I couldn't upload for the last 2 days. I got a strong headache that I couldn't feel my surroundings, and it kind of like went to a fever. So I'm sorry, but now I'm back. So I will leave later after this video is uploaded. I'm gonna leave a post to see what guys do you want to see tomorrow. So choose 2 vids and most like comments. I will choose from there. So let's go into the story. So Izuku woke up the next morning wondering what he should do for his date with Momo. So he pulled out his cell phone and calls up Zero and Tsukiyomi, hoping to get some advice. Then Zero said, "I definitely can see where your problem is. How do you impress a girl that had everything her entire life? You're gonna have to come up with something personal, something only you can do." Then Tsukiyomi said, "Maybe you should write her a poem, telling her how you feel about her. Never be afraid to show your emotions, even if it's dark and dangerous road." Then Izuku said, "I guess I could do something like that, but want to do something else, like I want to make this the best date ever." Then Zero said, "Oh, I got an idea. I know somebody who knows how to make fireworks. We can get it to say some kind love message in the air, and you could be the perfect spot on the beach when she sees it." And then Tsukiyomi said, "That's not a bad idea. Plus there is new arcade that opened up downtown. We could take her there and get to play a bunch of games." Izuku then said, "That's perfect. I can also probably get a reservation for dinner out by the boardwalk. That's when we can have the firework go off. Thanks guys, I appreciate all your helps." Then Zero said, no problem. Just text me the address of the restaurant so I can make sure I have the fireworks set up to go off when you give me the signal." Then Tsukiyomi said, "Best of luck. Make sure you give us all the information on how it went afterward." Izuku then said, "No problem. Talk to you guys later." So he hung up the phone and he calls Momo and then said, "Hey Momo, I was thinking about us having a nice romantic date today. When I pick you up around 12 o'clock, we can hit up the arcade and then go out for a nice dinner, and maybe afterward and walk on the beach." Then Momo fish turned completely red and full of energy, and she almost doesn't know what to say. Then said, "Well, of course, that sounds like a lot of fun. Is there anything I should wear in particular?" Then Izuku said, "No, not really. Just wear whatever you feel like. I'll pick you up on my motorcycle around 12. So I'll give you a text when I'm on my way." Then so they both smiled and hung up the phone and got to get ready for their dates. Izuku, as he put on pair of blue jeans with a green t-shirt and black jacket. As he slipped into a sneakers, he sit down at his table starting to make the reservation for dinner on the boardwalk, as he also trying to write a lovely poem for his Momo. How to raise finally all the above things done, he texts the information to both Zero and Tsukiyomi so they be ready for when the signal is given. And what time he then hopped into his motorcycle and stopped by a nearby flower shop to pick up a bucket of roses. After the long drive from his house to Momo's, he was able to arrive actually 15 minutes to spare, given or forgetting to text her. When he knocks on the door, he comes face to face with her father. Then Izuku said, "Oh, Mr. Yuruzu, sorry to came over without calling first. I meant to, but I got so caught up in all the plans that I have for Momo and myself. I hope she's ready." Then Mr. Yuruzu start laughing, remembering when he used to go through the same issue when he was younger. "No, she's not ready. I think she's just about to get out of the shower. Why don't you come in? We can talk for a little bit." Then Izuku said sure. He walks in feeling a little nervous, just now realizing that he's basically taking his daughter out of bed. He doesn't know how he's going to treat him now. "I just want to let you know they'll be completely safe. If you want, I can give you a detail of where we're going the entire day in case you want to be notified." Then Mr. Yuruzu dashed them on the back as he started laughing out loud, no longer able to contain his excitement. So then Mr. Yuruzu said, "You truly do remind me of my younger version of myself. I remember the first time I went to go take my wife out and on a date. I was so intimidated of her father that I almost didn't want to show up. Just need to relax. I trust you. I know you're good young man and you won't do anything bad by her." Izuku then was taking a breath of fresh air, finally loosening up. "I appreciate hearing that. It's not just you that made me nervous when you answered the door. I want to also make sure that tonight is special for her," Izuku said. Then Mr. Yuruzu said, "Well, just relax. Trust me. As a man with experience, woman can sense fear, and I will make the entire afternoon with her completely tense. She excited. She's been talking about it ever since you called her this morning. So hold your head up high and greet her with a smile when she calmed down." So both of them actually took a seat in the kitchen, both sharing a nice glass of water, just chit-chatting, when they noticed Momo came down the stairs and in her hair in a ponytail with a red lipstick on, with a nice long sleeve t-shirt that had red and white strips all around it. Sorry about that. With a nice pair of black jeans with white sneakers, and she got excited to see Izuku. She runs over him and just giving them the biggest hug, wrapping her arm around him, holding him tightly against her. But then realizing what she was doing, she let him go and stand back at her face completely red. Izuku then said, "You look beautiful, Momo. Are you excited for our dates?" Then Momo said, "Thanks. I didn't really know your plans were, so I didn't want to overdress, but I want at least look decent." Then Mr. Yuruzu smiled as he quickly pulled out his phone and get a picture of both of them together. As Momo will try to grab the phone, Izuku fully grabbed her and put her over his shoulder, trying to get her not to assault her father over his phone, as they both just waved goodbye, smiling and laughing, closing the door behind them and getting into the motorcycle, both wearing helmets. As Izuku started his motorcycle, as Momo wraps around her arm around his clenching tight with a smile on her face as she leans into the shoulder. As they drive off, he decided to take a long way to the arcade, getting a nice view of the city on the highway, trying to avoid traffic as best he could, so they could continue to have lovely view of the road. They didn't care about 30 minutes of driving around. They finally got over to arcade. They were likely able to find a nice parking space for motorcycle right in front of the arcade, as they both got of leaving the helmet right there on the seat. Momo then said, "Hey, is this the new arcade that just opened up yesterday?" She was excited to get to play games and let's just hang out with the boys in her dreams. So Izuku then said, "A friend told me about it. I didn't know what it was gonna get to go, so I thought it will be best to take a cute girl on with me for the first time, getting a break in new games. He blushed, not realizing what he said. Momo started blushing like crazy as her hand started going to her mouth and exclaimed, "Do you really think I'm cute?" she said. Then Izuku said, "Of course, but you're more than just cute. To me, you're an angel that was blessed to me by great sage of many paths. But thanks to that, I was able to take the path that led to you, your family, all new friends that I've gotten. I'm willing to even say that I would give up being a hero if it meant I just go to spend one more day with all of you." He smiled as he crossed the back of his head, feeling extremely embarrassed. Then Momo was having tears drip down her face that she just jumped on time and gave him a kiss on the lips, holding him tight. So much feel the same. I feel the same way. Ever since I met you, I feel like so many things in my life changed for the better. When I saw you in the medical room, when you lost your arm, I thought that a light of happiness just got taken away from me. I almost felt like darkness was consuming my heart, but when I finally saw you coming back, standing strong again, that hope returned. I would give anything just to be able to have a moment like this for the rest of my life. So they both stood there just holding each other with hands happily until they realized that was a little bit embarrassing for them just to be standing in the middle of the sidewalk like this, and went to the arcade and see many flashing lights in many different arcade games. As soon as their eyes just tell all the light, Momo pointed to the air hockey table. Then Momo said, "Can we play air hockey first? I'm off that game." She was so excited that she actually ran over the table to make sure no one else took it from them. Izuku then said, "Sure thing, let me just grab some tokens for us, just stay here. I'll be here with the table so we don't lose it." He goes and grabs tokens session, getting about 20 bucks worth of tokens. So on the way back, Izuku sees some guys in a white hoodie and a black jeans trying to make a move on Momo, but also had her up against another arcade game, so she couldn't get away. He got annoyed as he puts the token into his jacket pocket, as he doesn't end up losing Momo as he losing them. As he walked over to grab the guy, but his jacket and chooses him right off as a guy hits the ground, hurting his arm, and back he got up angry. Then the guy said, "What the hell, man? What's your problem? Don't say I was talking to a girl." Then Izuku said, "Yeah, you're talking to my girlfriend. You're lucky I already threw you to the ground, so just go before this house get down to go and get serious." So the random guy was about to get up and attack Izuku, but when he came within an inch and Izuku turned around, his eyes both standing out, some kind of invisible wall that sent the guy flying into back on the corner of the arcade. Both Izuku and Momo was surprised about what just happened. Then Momo said, "Thanks for saving me, but what did you do? I never seen you do anything like that before." Then Izuku said, "I don't know. Let's be honest, I don't really care. My power of fighting people are my top priority today," he said as he smiled at her. Then Momo started blushing as she smiled at him, then said, "What is your top priority today?" Then Izuku grabbed her hand and brought her over to the air hockey table as he gave her a kiss on the cheek and said, "My girl, have a great day with you and to meet you at the air hockey." Momo smiled as she got her side of the air hockey table. "I agree to see having a great day together, but you think I'm going to let you meet me at my favorite arcade game? You might want to get your head checked." So both of them got back and forth for the hours playing nothing but air hockey using a whole $20 worth of token. They were, let's say, having fun. Sorry about that. They even were able to gather a crowd for temporary amount of time, watching them go back and forth at the for the fun at the arcade. It turned out that Momo will be leaving the arcade as a champion for air hockey. Then Momo said, "Winner, winner, I told you can't beat me. You can close in some of the matches, but you are not going to beat me on my favorite game unless you practice." She was so energetic, and she was really happy and for having great time. Izuku then said, "Yeah, you almost superhuman. Once we started, your flexes were so fast. I think it took me about 5 games to actually start scoring a point on you. How do you get so good?" He was just laughing that the date is going perfect and there hasn't been any problem whatever, even though there is a minor hiccup with that guy. So Izuku looked at the watch and see it was 3 p.m. So he was in a motion for Momo to get into the motorcycle. So the next location, as she gets on, she put on helmets along with Izuku as he right off to the boardwalk, stopping right on the side of the road, parking his motorcycle by a meter, putting at least $2, so it will be safe to stay there at least for hours. Momo was getting excited because she didn't know anything about the plans. She thought they were just gonna go to the arcade and then go home, and now semester at the beach. It was wondering if they are going to play in the sand, but Izuku grabbed her hand as they both had them to the a book style restaurant. So Momo then said, "I never been in a to place like this. What kind of restaurant it is?" Then Izuku said, "It's in a book grill, where the chef actually does the entire prep work and cooking right in front of you, like a nice little show. Should be fun. I got a reservation here." Then Momo said, "Wow, I'm amazed how much detail you put into all this. I want to know how much all this is going to cost. We could always split the bill." She felt so embarrassed saying that she's been paying for everything all day. He was paying for everything all day, not even allowing her to help pay for the gas of his motorcycle. Then Izuku said, "Not going to happen. I ask you out, so I'm paying for everything today. Maybe next time we can split the bill." He smiled, having her on his side. Then Momo said, "I swear you're just too sweet. I just never could have imagined having such a great day." So when they sat down, one of the grill tables, as the chef come out and give them the menu, they choose their food and just watch the chef prepare the fried rice in front of them. Well, then also making an onion ring volcano as person to flame, making a lot of smoke, just being very entertaining experience as they eat their food and enjoy their little show that they got with it, and then pay the bills and got outside to the edge of the pier. Izuku, seeing that it was now 6 p.m, not realizing that it took a little bit longer at the grill place than expected, trying to look around but not trying to make a look obvious, he spotted Zero and Tokiyomi smiling and realizing that sorry, his friends are ready. When he looks down closer, he actually can notice all the fireworks. If they have, wondering if would actually be doing them by themselves, since he doesn't see anybody else there, but then look back at to Momo as he stepped away from her for a second, putting at least 2 feet of distance between them. He put out a piece of paper. Then Momo said, "Is something matter? Does my breath smell of garlic from the rice?" The chef made, "I know I should probably held back." She felt a little embarrassed as she pulled a thing of Tic Tac from her back pocket and put two of them in her mouth. Izuku then said, "No, it's not that. I actually have something I want to tell you." He cleared his throat as he looked into a piece of paper. "Momo, I want you to know that you are the most wonderful girl in my life. I know that it seemed like I could do anything that I can be the dream. How many girls, but I'm not. I'm a regular guy who just want to have you know some nice things in life. I'm not asking for fancy stuff, but you make me feel like I can be fancy, like I can be something more. I can be your diamond in the dirt that I want to keep in my hand forever, because you're changed it forever. You sweet, you're kind, and your intelligence is better than anyone I've ever met. And I want to thank you so badly from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to be able to date you. That's why I want to thank you with this." He taps into his phone and gives the signal to his friend. As soon as that happened, a bunch of fireworks got off into the air and lots of explosion, as you could see word "I love you Momo Yuruzu," as then firework images of her and Izuku's image is completely in red and yellow, and Izuku was green and blue. As soon as the image faded inwards in the sky was gone, the next batch of firework went off, making a light look like a perfect rain shower of lights popping in between, with a heart in words, love and dreams, and like clowns. It was just a beautiful sight as Izuku and Momo shared a passionate kiss between each other, almost like the entire world stood still, was nothing but them and their own little back to paradise. As they catch their breath, they just hold each other's hand and stand close, watching the spectacular show. So Izuku then said, "I hope you enjoyed your present." Then Momo, with tears in her eyes that she had like the biggest smile she ever had in her life, just holding into him with all her all of her strength. It's spectacular. It's indescribable. I just don't know what to do or what to say. You made every detail perfect. It's almost like I just don't want to leave. I want to date, just replay it for the rest of my life over and over and over again. After all the fireworks were done, they got back onto Izuku and took Momo's home. As soon as they got there, it's almost like she didn't want to go home or even go inside, but she knew that she had to let him go just for a little bit until they saw each other tomorrow at school. They shared like one last kiss before Izuku drove and went straight home. As soon as he got to house, he dialed Zero and Tsukuyomi in group chat. Izuku then said, "Yo, guys are incredible. How the heck did you get the firewall like that in such in short time? And those days had to be expensive directed to you. Like, what did you do?" Zero started like laughing and said, "I like a friend and he owed me a favor, so we got them done as soon as possible. Luckily, thanks for the dinner taking a little bit extra time, we were able to get into position just as soon as you guys got to the edge of the pier." Then Tsukuyomi said, "I'm not going to lie, we were lucky that we didn't lose any of our fingers. We barely understood what we were doing when we had to set them off, so I used Dark Shadow to light them up. Unfortunately, we forgot to put the ear plug, so half the time our ears are ringing, so you owe us for that." Izuku then said, "You guys are the best. Trust me, if you guys ever need any help, don't hesitate to ring, because I owe you guys a lot." He said the sound on the couch, sitting in the couch in the living room, feeling exhausted. Then Zero said, "Well, all we need to know is that we do succeeded. Did you get the kiss?" He was excited, waiting to know. Then Tsukuyomi said, "Did you read her off a poem or at least some kind of words?" Izuku just held his friend all about the amazing held and told them about the experience. to get to have it today, and they all like just sat there laughing and enjoying themselves, knowing that they did a good job. So yeah. So I hope you like this episode, and I want you to give a thanks for my buddy Blaze Hollow for writing the script and helping me a lot. He's really doing a lot of work, and I want like to say this directly to you, Blaze Hollow. I really appreciate your help. Like, you were doing a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, press the notification bell, and see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye bye.